Hello and welcome. I'm so excited you're here. Just get comfy and get cozy as we dine into this oracular space together. You can even bring out your own tools of divination and enact that alongside me to really pick out the nitty gritty for yourself. Or, like I said, you could just relax and enjoy the experience. So we have the North Dreamer with this symbol, which is associated with the feminine, with Venus. It also is like a mirror. Dreamer. So your dreams are reflecting something to you about the life that you're experiencing when you are awake. There's something that's bouncing off of each other, a communication taking place in the ephemeral. I don't know where that word came from, but in the ephemeral, that's revealing to you something about your receptive nature. And I'm already drawing to grab one of these for you. All right, this is what turned over. Throat chakra yoga pose. And this is opening up the throat. And it says fish, supported fish. I was just going to say it reminded me of a fish. So I'm floating in a sea of serenity. The benefits of this position: decreases anxiety and tension, opens the chest, neck, and throat, compensates for forward bending activities, alleviates respiratory problems, stimulates the pancreas and pelvic organs. Throat chakra. So I'm also getting sacral chakra because it talked about the pelvis there, which I don't know, some probably associate with that with the root, but because of the feminine symbol that came up here, I'm going to actually associate it with the sacral and say there's something about your voice and the womb. And the challenge seems to be within the in-between I'm getting. So in between the voice and the womb, there seems to be a challenge. Like they're not blending. They're not. The in-between area here is being highlighted in the picture. Okay, let's get some more information, see what else we can discover. And I'm being led to this one. Okay. Nothing is popping out for me. So I'm sorry, I keep getting interrupted. No clue if that's connected here, but okay, so the health card popped out. It says, Mother Earth, sweet Mother Earth, bright, bring to me your health and might. In the back, we had trust. I am safe. I am secure in love. I trust my faith endures. Oh, and under that was true love come to me. Okay, so I think this has something to do with the body. It's about embodiment. It's time to receive something, an energetic, transitionary thing of some kind. Sorry for my lack of words, because I'm feeling into it and trying to translate what I'm feeling. There's some kind of transitionary point of opening up and receiving. And it is, keep going. We're going to keep going. We're going to get to this. We're going to. Knight of Wands. Where were we putting this? Here. Okay, the Knight of Wands on the throat chakra. In the Wheel of Fortune. you're being given the opportunity to really change something by virtue of an action or an embodiment of some kind. Then things change. The wheel turns in a new direction. Things start to move in a new direction. It's almost like reality shifting because of a choice that is made. And the choice requires you to speak. You almost can't think too much on it. It's like you just have to follow where your voice wants to go, what it wants to say, where it's leading you. And sacral chakra speaks to me about creation. I just envisioned it in the lower womb and it went straight to the ground. So grounding whatever's in that sacral. The sacral is a part of grounding. But something in the middle is interfering. The middle. I'm getting, it's not the solar. It's like the upper solar, lower heart. Like that area. So what color would that be? Okay, I got like a turquoisey blue. This is just this color. Anyway, I don't know if so what does that mean to us? A cleansing. Okay, how would we do that? A bunch of water just poured onto me. So I think you need to relax. You need to be with water, a bath, a shower, an intentional shower. Not carrying things with you. Whoopsies. Oh, we already have one of these, but that's okay. We'll do another one. Ooh, manifestation. But this is actually what popped out. And then it covered itself and it went to the rabbit. So, oh, and look, the in-between. Something is trying to merge with you to create new things. Something, this is benevolent. This is a good thing. But there's a challenge here. And I think it has to do with letting go of old paradigms of some kind that existed in like good, bad. It's like a good, bad vibe. And it's almost like you need to transition out of that so that you can really speak your truth and move forward. Because right now I think the truth might be affected, this whatever it is that you speak or say. Okay. All right, let's get another one here. So, I don't know if you've ever heard of the Venus star. I think that's what it's called. The Venus star. And it's basically that Venus makes this transition in the sky that looks like a 5-pointed star. And based on when you were born, you can figure out which Venus star is affecting you. But the point of the Venus star and identifying it is really to, I'm not an expert, so I'm speaking from what I remember reading, is about passion, like life passions, like what lights you up. What is the feast of the day, each day, sort of feeling. And there's something about an Earth star, like there's two versions of it. It's Earth and it's, oh Lord, is it lunar? Hold on, I'm actually gonna look for you real quick. It is, it's called the Venus star point. And there are two kinds, which is the evening star and the morning star. Why did I think of Earth? I thought of Earth because one of them feels earthy to me and one of them feels celestial to me. The evening star feels more celestial in nature and the morning star feels more earthy in nature from when I was reading on it. And I'm bringing this up because it's talking about connecting to the earth. When I envisioned that solar plexus is shot down like fire through my legs, the Knight of Wands is a fire card. So it's like this passion and drive finding its way onto this earth. The earth star love is tangible. It's experienced in the here and now, and you get to experience these physical pleasures from it, but there's some kind of transition that needs to be made so that it can be multiplied within your field. That feeling of pleasure and stability and creation for creation's sake. cards feel like, oh, there we go. The moon. So the moon is, am I taking both or just the one? We're taking just the one. That's interesting. This reading is based, the opening was about the medicine wheel, north, south, east, west. 1 second. Sorry, I keep getting interrupted. I am a mother. The moon represents mothers. This is also associated with motherhood. As I was saying, I'm a mother, so I'm frequently interrupted here, trying to explore my own passions. And so that might be a similar thing. Maybe you're a mother. Maybe you're a mother figure, male or female. Maybe you're a nurturing figure for somebody, whether they're your child or your parent, and this nurturing makes you feel like you have to limit your speaking, limit what you say, limit your creations for whatever reason. And the moon is also about cycles. So maybe there's times where you have the energy, times where you don't. And I think it has a lot to do with whatever these responsibilities to others are. This was the north section of the wheel. I'm trying to remember what I remember about the north. What do I remember about the north? What balance is this? The south. Oh. So, I just realized we could see this card the whole time. This is a whole other group's reading. And it was the east. So I think the east, I'm not going to say has a message for you. That's up to you if you think the east pile has a message for you. But I will speak on the east energetics in general, which is about something new emerging, something about being present for the passion of something, simply for being present for it, being really in tune with the moment, and your attentions are scattered. Potentially scattered. And fit this into how it is for you. And here's the thing. You might have multiple passions and your attentions are meant to be not scattered, but your attentions are meant to be in multiple places and can do great things in multiple places. You won't be, depleted by this if they're placed in the right areas of life, the right focuses, the right belief systems, there's something about the old paradigm that's really sticking around here and making you believe or see things from perspective that doesn't suit you anymore. And I feel like you kind of know this. But the thing about the old paradigms, old belief systems, limiting beliefs and so on, they had backup systems in place to help you really buy into that. And so don't be so hard on yourself when you feel like you keep falling into old ways, old patterns, repetitive things, because understand there were backup beliefs to those beliefs. They're like backup systems to really ramp it up for you, really keep you there. You're not powerless or helpless by any means. I'm just explaining to you the type of mastery that you're experiencing right now is really overcoming more than just one belief, overcoming a whole system that supported the belief in the first place. And now coming out of that to receive who you truly are. This power isn't really about doing, it's about receiving and then acting from that. But you're not being asked to fight. You're being asked to release and receive whatever's here for you. The perfection that is you, the core of who you are, where you originated from, energetically and spiritually speaking, to be embodied here. Okay, so is there anything else? No, that's everything. So, no, you know what? There's one more thing I wanted to mention real quick. I don't want to miss it since we're here together, here and now. This is about wisdom. So I immediately thought of the crone who has gone through all these cycles, who has been the maiden, who has been the mother, who has learned from these cycles and no longer requires cycles or repetition of certain things or whatever. So if you're nitpicking at something, trying to figure out its purpose is done. It's done. And you know the lesson already. And there's no need for them. Instead, there should be some kind of embodiment expression going on here, a free flowing of who you are and your purpose here and now, so that others can gain from that wisdom. Okay. Now that's everything I have to say. Thank you so much for joining me in my little musings here. The Oracle in me loves and blesses the Oracle in you. Thank you so much for joining me here today, and hopefully we'll chill again. Bye-bye. All right. my oracular friends who've chosen the South. So obviously a big shakeup here because we've got butterfly. I shouldn't say obviously. It feels to me a big shape up here. Butterfly, a dragonfly. We have 3 sevens. We have a lightning storm. We have the peace. And we have an airplane. Okay. All right. So something is being cleared out in quite a quick and unexpected way, potentially. Lightning storms do something to the earth, to the ground, and to the air. And it clears things in the air. Maybe this is about the mental space, especially, that allows for a transformation of 2 kinds. These are both transformative rebirth type of symbols for me. This one is gold. So it's almost, the gold is making me think you're understanding your place with source, that you are of source, and you're making more room for that realization in your mindscape, if you will. This one also makes me think of the mind. It's makes me think of multidimensionality. So you're allowing yourself to explore different places and come back with those gifts from other times, from other places and spaces, if you will, into the here and now. And in doing this, is really causing a shakeup in the physical world. It's clearing things up so that it is a better ecosystem, let's say, for what needs to live here. 777, this is a combination to me. Well, it's an angel number, 777. So you can decide what that means to you yourself as well. Maybe look into it if you want. But the 7 makes me think of how we're bringing down something into here. So divinity being solidified in the physical realm. Yeah. Calling into balance and more peace. 6 is the number before 7, and that's about peace and balance. But now we're at the 7. So it's almost like, okay, now we're going to shift it more in this direction. And that direction is the spiritual direction. We're going up in the chakras, if you will. That's the image I'm being given here. And that is bringing down more peace. The airplane is about ascension, flying over, seeing things from a higher perspective, but also physically being taken to a higher perspective, taking somewhere else, timeline jumping, skipping, if you will. This might have to do with partnerships in your life, people that you had a personal love for, but the love might have been conditional. I'm not saying you had there's some kind of conditionality there that was coming to the surface, and that conditionality was limiting somehow, distorting what love is. But it was significant. It still is significant because it's allowing you to body more love. Okay, let's pull another card here. Let's see. Okay, as I was saying to our other friends, I am a mother, so but whatever. A little interruption every now and again. It's not a big deal. All right, what card wants to come out here for us? All right. There's a peace. Okay. This is a really significant time for you. As I was shuffling them, I felt really peaceful. It was like a calm coming over me. So there are those who may be entering your life that really will align to this new state of being. That might be the shakeup that's going on. Those that don't align to it. Now look, I'm not saying these are good for nothing people. I'm just saying that they were there to help you get somewhere else, and now they're not quite aligning with that space anymore. But as you choose that peace, the peace is alignment with what's here for you. The peace is, there's some other word that's trying to come through. As you're aligning with the new space that you occupy, and as you remain there faithfully, and you allow these external shakeups to occur don't let the external shakeups dictate what's going on the inside. You just let them be, and you remain peaceful on the inside, at peace with the decisions you've made. You're calling in a unification of others who align with that same peace, who will understand the shakeups, who won't demand any conditionality on you. Ooh. Yeah, I'm getting like chills with these cards I'm pulling out. Oh, hold the peace is what I thought. hold it. Hold yourself in that peaceful place as something grows around you, and you're strong. You had to be quite strong to remember who you are in whatever circumstance it is that you put yourself for these powerful transformations. You had to really stand your ground without attacking, without creating more war. Does that make sense? You had to be a warrior without war. It makes me think of a light warrior card that's actually in this deck. They're called light warrior, but they don't actually make any enemies. At least not, maybe someone else might view them as any, but they don't view anyone as their enemy. You had to really, the reason this was, you had to get really powerful here is because it takes a lot to get the ego to chill, right? It takes a lot to let the ego do its thing, let the ego be triggered, and still come to that centered peace and make a different decision. That is powerful. So this is kind of honoring you in a way. The way, the feelings that I'm getting as this comes out, being honored in some kind of way for the choices you've made. Ugh. Whoa. Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You are on the path. Okay. If there's any question or doubt in your mind, which is not unusual, I want you to know here now, you are on the path. You are on your way. Whatever shakeup and changes are going on, they're taking you straight to a bullseye of some kind. Now, can I define what the bullseye is? No, not with words, but experientially, you can define it. If you keep holding that center of peace, that center of joy, whatever practices you brought into your life, you're on the way. You're on the way. The arrow, it makes me think of Sagittarius in esoteric astrology or spiritual astrology. I'm not really sure what the official title is. I think it's esoteric astrology, where when they're on a certain path, when they made a transition to a certain path, where they're more focused on less of the more mundane things, they are here to just point their arrow and just focus and stay focused on that point. Because when they're not on the path yet, they can get a bit scattered, put their attention anywhere. But they're here to focus on some point. And it's for an expansion of some kind, their own expansion, but they will be able to carry that within themselves to share with others. So yeah, you're definitely on the path. You definitely there's something energetically you're doing that is right. It's taking to where it is you need to go. And this is uplifting for everyone, not just yourself, but it's important that it started with yourself. Whoa, okay. Oh, okay. Where does this go? Right here. So the conflict could have been, it could have been with anyone. It could have been romantic. It could have not. Healing is on the back. So romance is a sacred power. Let it come to me this hour, 23. Another person definitely helped with the catalyst. Another person might be on your peripheral. Maybe you're already in a relationship. Maybe you're not. Someone's on the peripheral. Now, I'm getting this romance in two different ways. First of all, romancing yourself. Romancing the other version of yourself that's coming to be embodied. Did I move the camera? Why does everything look weird? Oh, it's probably because I put this here and it made everything look like it shifted. So romancing yourself, the version of yourself that's wanting to come down here but wants to be told it's okay, wants to be shown. Oh my gosh. Jupiter is moving into Leo. And this card makes me think of Leo because of the lion. And it's about following your joy and stuff like that. But it's also saying that about another version of yourself. Okay, so a version of yourself that needs to be made space for in the here and now. What was that? Anyway. So this could be romancing the version of yourself to come in, and you're doing that. You've romanced that version of you, that higher aspect of you to come on down and become embodied. So you're becoming another version of yourself, or you dang near are. Look at that. And that's a really big romance that's coming through for me. And it could be another person as well. But if there is another person on your peripheral coming in to really solidify some type of power here and now in the earth realm with you, they are also helping to romance that higher version of you. Come here and be like, okay, yeah, this is the place for me. It made me think of when we said that we're readying the ecosystem for something else to be here. Is there another card? Oh, yes, there is. There is these. Okay. Oops. All right, solar plexus. Okay, so that goes really well with strength here because of solar plexus and Leo. They're also associated with yellow and the solar plexus. This is called the solar plexus. Oh, the yoga, solar plexus chakra yoga pose. That's literally the title. Bow. So that makes you think of this card. It's like bowing to yourself, honoring the royalty that is within you because of whatever it is that you've done. I'm resilient in the face of obstacles, small or large. Benefits. The benefits of this, the benefits of what you've done. Massages abdominal organs, improves digestion, stretches the front of the body and opens the chest, increasing energy, strengthens back, arm, thighs, and buttocks muscles. Just strengthens you. So yeah, I feel like there's not much more to say here. You're a powerful being. Whatever it is you're doing, keep on doing it. Remain in your center as the outer world significantly changes. And you know what to do about triggers. You've been doing it. You know what to do about them. So yeah, I'm excited for whatever is next for you. Thank you so much for joining me, my oracular friend. Hope to see you next time. Bye-bye. Welcome, my East friends. First of all, you got a lot going on here, so let's get into it. The card says community. As you know, we have an Eiffel Tower, and because I don't live in France, that must mean worldly connections. It definitely connects with community. The turtle. We have the horseshoe. We have the 555. We have the unicorn. We have a piece of candy. We have scissors. Ooh, we have a big old dragonfly. We have dragonfly in another pile. This is a huge one. Okay. We have an elephant. We have a cat. Okay, so this is definitely about community. I got all kind of community vibes. Okay, sorry about that. So as I've mentioned to all of our friends previously, I'm a mother. So we may get interrupted and it's all good. Okay, so immediately I'm thinking about people that may be coming into your life. Okay, so this is a little different than the other ones that I've experienced so far. I'm getting someone that's like an anchor, really stable, really loyal, really dependable, really wise, really there for you. I'm getting magical connections, lucky connections, fortunate, able to bring things to you. I'm also getting the sense that you're a bit unicorny, if that makes sense, which makes me think of esoteric astrology, Capricorn becoming a unicorn. It's like this person that goes to a mountain and they reach the top of the mountain and they see whatever it is they see. They could move on. Basically, they could go be an ascended master. They could be off planet somewhere else. They could, whatever. But instead, they hear the cry of those behind them, their brothers and their sisters on this planet, and they turn around and they go back. They return themselves to the cry because they've decided to take what they've gathered and help others achieve it as well. And it takes a dependable, consistent person, which is giving me Capricorn energy because I think they're dependable and consistent when healthy and balanced, to come back and do something like that. So I think you yourself are also very much this unicorn, someone who's made it to the top of the mountain, who's had to deal with materiality in a real significant way, had to really work through that type of challenge, and is now able to experience the good things in life, the sweet things in life. I'm getting something about, this made me think of portals. I wanted to associate with a person, but instantly I'm getting portals. I don't have much more to say on that, but it'll probably be revealed to us as we continue on. Something about portals and something about this being kind of old hat to you. You've done this many times before, this transformative quality of the mind. Yeah, you've done this many times before. This makes me think of precision. What type of precision? Etheric precision. Knowing how to travel certain spaces pretty precisely. I can't think of another word. All right, let's see where are we going here. All right, we're starting with these. So that makes sense, the unicorn thing, because you returned for the community. Wisdom, yeah, to share your insights. Wisdom, insight gained through experience in the back. Your understandings of abundance, your understandings of greatness, different than what society originally had taught us to believe that it was, depending on what society you live in. Okay, I live in a Western society, so I don't know, it could be, different depending on where you're from. Okay, I'm back. So yes, sharing the wisdom of what it is that you've gained through experience in a communal setting. Now, because it's worldly from my perspective, there may be certain platforms that you might be able to utilize to help this process, and it will cause significant change in people's fields. A lot's about to change for you in a significant kind of way as well. Okay, I went to go see what card to pull, and they pull me back to abundance. So let's see what it is I need to mention here. Mine. Oh, are you sharing your own abundance? I get this feeling you have so much that you're not sure what to do with it. And I do understand that with the unicorn's understanding of abundance, it's not the same as like lesser understandings of it. So things are coming to you from all kinds of unexpected directions. They just seem to flutter in and out of your experience. Maybe that's what portals has to do with. I'm also seeing this dragonfly in my mind's eye. It's fluttering in and out of existence almost. Like it's here with me and then it's gone. It's here and then it's gone, popping in and out. So it's just things are just appearing to you. And I don't think you're supposed to hold on to it. I don't think your inclination is to hold on to it anyway. I think your intention when you're in this space is to share it, is to let it flow through you. They want this on the screen. So we'll keep it there. Okay. What is next? This one. You have a perspective. You have a perspective. When there are certain people that don't understand this, sort of, I'm sorry, I can't think of another word, but this refinement of energy, you are not judgy of it. You completely understand it. You understand what it's like to be in another place in regards to your behavior towards others in a community. Are you the loyal? No, it's someone else. Okay, someone else is still that elephant, that anchor. Well, maybe you're the elephant. No, it's someone else. Okay. This one wants to flip. Should I flip it? Yes. Okay. Lightning. Okay. So we are clearing the way for something. It wants to go right here. Let's move it all on up. We are clearing the... Okay, no, I'm getting something else. Something about energy. Free energy. I got the free energy. Okay. Okay. There's this like electricity of excitement with you. I don't know how to explain it. It's like it's in you and it just releases. It releases. It releases. It makes me think of Uranus. These lightning strikes that they'll just throw out in astrology. They'll talk about it being like psychic insights, psychic abilities that they just come and they're there and you just know, and ideals and things like that. There's just something in you that just sparks, and there's so much in you to give, and that could be part of the abundance, and it's continuously free flowing as long as you don't stop the flow or clog it up. But I feel as though you already know not to do that. Maybe you've done that before and you already know to let things keep moving. If you're interested in human design, this doesn't have to be true for you, but this just came through to me. It may be that you're a manifester or even a manifesting generator. A manifestor and manifesting generator. Sorry, I wasn't sure I was getting confused with quantum human design as she uses different wording. But I think that is the wording from human design. So, and that's why I'm getting this anchor, because it's almost like you're this person with all this energy, all these ideas, you're following these divine insights and you're just going for it. And there's another person that really helps it ground for you, that really takes the time to put the energy in behind, like this grounding, stable, slow energy that is extremely beneficial to whatever it is, whatever insights or things you're trying to get going. I'm open to receiving happiness. Yeah. Okay. So that's what can clog it up. Denying your own happiness. Maybe you get too caught up in these callings, or maybe you're being, just giving you a heads up. Maybe that's what they're doing. To not get too caught up in this to the point that you are not happy anymore. You're not enjoying what you're doing anymore. Or you put yourself in a position where you're doing things out of obligation versus inspiration. And to really stop yourself and analyze why you're doing the things you're doing, because that's what will clog this up. the abundance trail, this lightning energy, this inspirational, woo, 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 making things happen, and this portal energy, things flashing into, that's what'll clog it up, is if you start doing things out of obligatory nature versus an inspirational nature, or doing things, that's it. The other word I was going to use, you're like, no, you're not prone to the other word, so I won't even say it. Heart chakra, yoga pose. Yeah, so take care of that heart chakra space. Make sure that you're giving a lot to yourself as well. I'm open to receiving happiness. Benefits: opens the chest, enhancing lung capacity, counteracts forward bending task, and improves posture. Stretches arm, release tension in the upper back and shoulders. Don't carry too much. You can carry quite a bit. I want to throw that out there. You can carry quite a bit when you're in the right space. But when you start carrying things that you ain't got no business carrying, that's when things start to become a bit halty. And I get that's probably frustrating for someone that's going to get used to living in all this, right? Being halted up. Okay. Am I missing anything? Yeah. Not missing, but what's next? Okay. Let me get another one of these. All right. The voice. You've got a lot to offer. Okay, sorry. You've got a lot of wisdom. Wait, no, that's not it. Give me a second. Oh my gosh, look. These two people are standing on an earth, the world. People from all around are going to be hearing from you some way, somehow. They're going to be affected by whatever it is that you're going to be sharing. Your community is more than just where you live, for sure. Yeah. Sometimes you're going to find yourself, and maybe you've already found yourself in this position, having to just go for things and follow through on things that don't make logical sense. So as I was saying, you've probably already experienced this before, but they're highlighting that there are some times where you're going to be called to say things that not everyone's going to agree with. You're going to be called to say things that maybe another version of you would have never said or even agreed with. But it's the calling, it's the work, and you know it. And you just kind of have to have faith to put one foot in front of the other, even though you know where it's headed. So there are times where you're just going to be called to do something that might look quite not just disagreeable to certain people, because that's where they're at. And it's important that those people see you, because there is some kind of work taking place energetically under the surface, subtle energy, body wise, just from them seeing you and disagreeing with you and whatever. That's work as well. So not just the people who are happy to see you, the people that really vibe with you, that are obviously greatly benefiting from you. There are also people who are not as obviously benefiting from you. The benefit isn't as obvious, but it's happening underneath the surface just by being exposed to you. Okay, was there anything else I need to add in here? Okay, and the white flower is speaking to me about purity. And that means really standing in that center part of what it's all for. And releasing the judgments you might make on those who don't agree with you. Sorry, I'm going to have to repeat that again because I got distracted by children. So I feel like this just kind of affirms the point that this white flower between the fool's cap is about purity. So really returning to that place of innocence within you, of what it's all for, and releasing all of the egoic patterns that might pop up here and there from those that want to challenge you or challenge your position or undermine you or undermine the position that you're finding yourself in. That the best way to navigate that, to really stay in the center and allow the flow to continue, is to return to that place of purity, meaning your own innocence and theirs. So kind of dropping the belief system that makes them feel like competitors or antagonistic in any kind of way. The belief system that supports that. It doesn't matter what they think about you or what they think your role is to each other. It's really about your own perspective on the matter. Okay, so that is everything I have for you, my oracular friend. I hope that was helpful, and I hope to see you again. Bye-bye. Hello, my West friends who've chosen Father. So we've got quite a bit here in charms to look at here, as we did in one other group. Okay, so we've got the arrow. We've got the feather. We've got I think it's like a baby angel or some kind. It's interesting. Got a penguin. It's so cute. Got an anchor again. I must have more than one of these. It's pretty cool. We've got a tree with money bags. A tree with money bags. That's funny. Oh, sorry. That's not on the camera at all because I was looking at something else. That. Aw, we've got two little homies here. They're frogs. They're cuddled up and there's a heart between them. We have a butterfly, I believe. Yeah. It kind of looks like another. It kind of looks like a cross between a butterfly and another insect of some kind. An elephant with a heart and a little elephant. Okay. 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 I'll speak first on loving connections and family. That's what's coming through here. And it's almost like I'm also very much getting provider energy. I don't know how I could avoid that with the money trees and the father being right next to each other. And the trees also on his antlers. An ability to provide. Angelic, childlike energy. Okay. Yeah, there's something about, look at that. This elephant seems smaller. I've never let the literal word affect me like this. But father is coming, and you don't have to be, it's like a provider, protective energy for the sake of the continuity of a generation. Oh, okay. So this might be bigger than just your own. I shouldn't say bigger. If you are a parental figure that has this particular energy, that is significant because it ripples out into the world and provides more spaces for the energy to continue. So this is very significant. What I mean is another version of this is someone who's doing something with that idea in mind, generationally speaking. I am focused on this because I do love. I'm able to put forth this fatherly masculine energy in pursuance of the greater goal, and I know what the goal is. That's the arrow. I know what the goal is. I'm focused on it and I'm going towards it. And you're not doing this alone. There's some kind of support here. This feather. There's a support system with you that's able to maneuver you ever so gently, able to really get you there. Because whatever it is this path is, this progression is, it is providing for the all in some way, shape, or form. And you may have a partner that really helps you as well, that really supports you, appreciates you. I'm gonna grab more. This is interesting. There's some interesting energy here. Okay, we're doing this one first. I'm getting like this content energy. I'm seeing like a man on a porch. Oh my gosh, you know that Up movie with the old man who lost? It's actually a sad movie, but I'm not getting any sad vibes though. I'm not getting any sad vibes. It's very content and happy and fulfilled even. But I saw him on the porch just smiling, and it's like he's full of something. And I don't think they have kids in that movie, but the circle. Oh my gosh, these hands make me think of children. Something you do supports the circle of life, the continuity of life itself on this earth. Children. I'm getting children again, which is so interesting. Whoa, strength, a protector and provider. Wow, this is so in line with the father. Sometimes we don't have to make it stretch, right? Sometimes we don't have to reach very far to get to the point in oracle readings or divination. Courage. And then they flipped to wisdom and then they covered it up. I don't know what that was about. This is from a previous reading that it matters. Or maybe it does. I don't know. I'm hoping that you as well are doing your own little thing while I'm reading. So maybe it does for you. But they had wisdom and then they covered it up. So anyways, courage is on the back of the deck here. Strength. I'm keeping going because that is how I'm being pulled. Yeah, first of all, I feel really good. I feel really content. I feel happy, like I've done great work. Like I knew I did all that I could. And then some. Because being satisfied with the work that I have done is also contributing. An anchor, a support. You are the anchor. Support, strength. That card, I feel like I need to keep going, so I will. One fell. There we go. Another angel halo. This is so interesting. There's something I am not quite. We're going to get it. Has there been a loss? There may have been a loss of some kind. Okay. There may have been a loss of some kind. And that might be why I keep seeing angels and support system. I think you may have lost something or someone important to you. And the message want here is to let you know that you were powerful support system. You were their strength. I don't know I'm trying to figure out how to put this through. Or was that, no. They're trying to tell you something. The Eight of Swords is messages, okay? I got this really light feeling of being guided by something. I saw this angel baby and I didn't want to linger on that. But now I'm seeing this little angel over a Page of Swords. Page of Swords associated with air, so we could say this one has wings as well. It's also a messenger. The Five of Cups is about loss. Sometimes people will say crying over spilled milk, but other times this is grieving. So if you have been grieving, and if you find yourself coming to a place of peace and joy, you are at least being guided by a very significant loved one to find a place of peace and joy because you are consistently receiving messages from them. They're consistently guiding you and giving you messages. I don't care how old, maybe they were a child, maybe they weren't. I'm not sure. Maybe they were an adult because this is standing out to me as well. There are messages consistently giving to you, maybe to help you when it comes to children. Maybe they're helping you. Page of Cups. Another child. They might be helping you in regards to children. Or helping you get unstuck from whatever it is that you use to hold yourself in place. This is so interesting. I want to move these off camera, but I'm being guided not to. So move on. I can't stress the peace that keeps coming over me as I'm reading this. Maybe there's someone from, for whoever this resonates with, someone from wisdom. This could be someone from your childhood, your own childhood, if that resonates. Grounded. That's looking out for you. Maybe they were a father figure. They're trying to help you get in touch with your own intuition and your own guidance system. They're trying to help you get out of some place that you are in mentally, potentially. I think the place is largely mentally. Even if you see this stuck place on your outside, it's actually mentally just being reflected on the outside. And they're trying to assist you from the other side by revealing the wisdom in whatever grief you experience. They're saying there's some wisdom to be gained here if you'll give it a chance, but you don't want to see it. That's why this card went like this. You don't want to see it because it almost seems like sacrilegious to you to try to say there's some kind of wisdom in that experience. And they're saying there is. There's a renewal to be had here, and there's someone else that needs you to see that. Look, a baby owl, another child of some kind. And there's this one that popped up on the bottom. It says, breathe. I am centered, strong, and claim my true power. Inspires unshakable trust in one's abilities. Increases strength and unwavering confidence. Support the healthy ego. All right, sorry about that. I was interrupted. Where is that deck? Oh, here it is. So this was about breath. I am centered, strong, and claim my true power. So what could withhold you from your true power? Not wanting to see something because maybe you feel like it's a betrayal to see it that way. Maybe. What do I need to look at? The arrow. Okay, let's get another one of these because I was called to do that. Okay. The crown chakra pose. I am present. Increases the flow of energy along the sushumna to the crown chakra. I might have said the wrong. Sushumna. Helps prevent colds and sinus problems. Brings a fresh supply of blood to the brain and pituitary and thyroid glands. Stretches spine and back muscles. Improves the complexion. So I'm also getting clear. Is it clear? It's like, so through the crown chakra we can receive messages again. And it's a suggestion of needing to really connect that strength to a higher knowing that's within yourself. Trusting yourself. Being brave enough to take certain steps, certain actions that you're being called to take. You know what? Bottom line, something that's played a significant role in your life is with you, wants you to know they're with you, wants you to listen to them, wants to praise you, wants to encourage. Are they a father or are you a father? And it doesn't matter, man or woman. I'm just asking real quick. Okay, someone is a father, energetically speaking, stands in this position. Are you a teacher? Anyway, is there anything else I'm supposed to say here? Strength, stability in this hour, endurance, stamina, I empower. Is there anything else I should say? Okay, on the back of this deck it says happy baby. There's something I'm not in on. And maybe I'm not supposed to be in on it. Maybe it's just for you to know. Small miracles surprise and delight me. Benefits: promotes positive emotions, releases low back muscles and realigns the spine, opens hips and stretches hamstrings and inner thighs. Okay. Well, hopefully this did something for you. And maybe we'll see each other again.